Hello, how are you? Happy Monday. This is Brian Hitzelberger, your professor for Art Appreciation Online, and this is week 3, your discussion video. So this week's discussion video is going to be very similar to last week's discussion video. It's another teach back, but this time it's with chapter 6 and 7 or drawing and painting. Whichever edition of your textbook you have, those chapters may be labeled a little bit differently. Basically what you're going to be doing is selecting an image that's not in either the drawing chapter or the painting chapter. And you'll select an image in your book, but not in those chapters, and you'll talk about how the artist used the medium as if you're teaching it to us, okay? You can talk about the formal aspects of the work, like positives and negative shapes, the rhythm, the repetition. You can mention that stuff, but what I really want you to focus on is how the medium is used, like how the artist manipulated the medium in order to achieve the effects that are present in the work. And if you can, it may not be possible depending on your setup, but actually show us like the image. This is not your textbook, it's just a book, but you can actually open up and show us an image of the piece that you're discussing so that we can really get an up-close and personal view of it. This occurred to me actually looking over the videos from last week. Some editions of textbooks have images in them that are not in others, so if you just tell us, we may not be able to see it. Okay? Again, as always, the video should really be about 3 to 4 minutes in length. You want to use scholarly language and tone. Keep your points concise. And I think that should be it. A couple announcements. I did change a due date for graded activity 2 on Moodle. It was actually listed as being due on the 22nd of January, which is, I believe, today. It's not. The graded activity 2 is actually due in February, and if you refer to Moodle under that heading, it should be corrected now. Eagle-eyed student actually emailed me and said, "Oh my gosh, do I have to do number 1 on Sunday, number 2 on Monday?" And the answer is no, you don't. It's not due until we finish those chapters. What is due is this video. You're gonna want to post that by Thursday. And then you're going to want to do 2 responses in written form to your classmates' videos, okay? And keep an eye on those written responses. In some instances, students are actually asking questions of other students, and they really do want to know. And so take the time to actually read any responses to your own video and answer questions. You can actually reply to a response and sort of start like a discussion thread, okay? I think that's it for the week. Thank you so much. And if anybody, let me actually just check to make sure that is in fact it. Because now I'm doubting myself. And my computer isn't working. Oh, well, might have to be it because, okay, there we go. Oh, okay. I do want to mention this. So, on Thursday of this week, the same day that this video is due, you have the option of uploading a draft of your first written critique paper, okay? The outline of what I'm looking for in terms of what your written art critique papers is, there is a lot of language at the end of your syllabus that describes kind of what I'm looking for with those papers. I've also uploaded an example of a former student paper that you can refer to. If you want feedback on the paper that you will be submitting for a grade, you can upload your paper by 11:55 p.m. this coming Thursday, the 25th. It's not required. It will not positively or negatively impact your grade if you do or don't submit it. What I will do is read over it, give you any feedback, and email it back to you just as quick as I'm able, and then you would resubmit it the following week for a grade at the deadline posted on the course in Moodle, okay? So it's just the option that I'm making available to you to have sort of a pair of eyes on your paper before you submit it for a grade, and this will be the only time that I do this. Because of the nature of the class and the nature of my teaching load, unfortunately I'm not able to give you feedback on every paper in this way before you submit it. And I know sometimes it can be a little unclear what a professor is looking for the first time you submit an assignment, so I'm doing this just this once. But again, if in looking at the video, if looking at the student example, if reviewing the syllabus, you feel like you have a very clear understanding of what the paper needs to be, and you don't feel the need to submit it for review, that's fine. You certainly don't have to. It won't negatively impact your grade. But that deadline for a review is going to be on Thursday, the 25th at 11:55 p.m. Okay, that is actually it for the week. So I hope you have a good one. I think we're going to have our first full week of school this semester. I've got my fingers crossed. So yeah, hopefully no more inclement weather. Have a good week, guys, and I look forward to seeing your videos.